Welcome back, Ranger Nation, to the latest episode of NWTV 7. I'm Logan Merriweather. Today we're going to be discussing a recent success in student life events, a club surviving amid the pandemic, and we'll be taking a look at the recent success of an athletic team at Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. The NWOSU Ranger football team and the Student Government Association hosted the Ranger Games this past week. NWTV 7 reporters Devin Lansden and Lainey Cook had the opportunity to attend and bring us more on the event. Let's take a closer look.
The Ranger Games were put on for the first time this year by the SGA and the Northwestern football team. The two groups came together to put on a fun event for the students to be outside, get some exercise, meet new people, play games, and eat pizza.
This is Lainey Cook from NWTV 7, and I'm out at the Ranger Field at the Ranger Games where the SGA and the football team paired up together to bring the campus together to play some games and have some fun.
You know what I'm mad? Let me tell you why I'm mad. I'm mad because everybody on these records lying. Everybody lying. Everybody is big boy. Everybody is all gangster.
We talked to the football coach, Matt Walter, about how he and his staff and the SGA came up with this event.
So, what made you guys decide to put this event on?
Well, we were sitting around doing a recruiting meeting with just the coaching staff, and we were talking about campus life and things for the guys to do. And we were talking about football guys at the time, and some of our other coaches were talking about things that they had done at other universities. You know, they do these like little bubble parties, they call them, and the gyms and stuff like that at these campuses. And we're like, well, what can we do? And so we got with the SGA and Miss Yondell and Ethan, the SGA president, and kind of came up with this idea of doing this together. And they came up with the pizza and water. We came up with all the games and just executed it together. And we kind of had the idea of getting all the students together, not just the athletes, because it's easy to get all the athletes together for certain things, but to get all the students involved too, they really come up with something that is going to get them involved and have them have some enjoyment and have just basically having campus life, having something to do on campus. I know it's not in the middle of campus, but just with the space in the room and not being confined inside, we thought it was a good idea. Pretty successful.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. That's it? All right.
While the coronavirus pandemic may not quite be over yet, many students' organizations have managed to work around it. NWTV 7 reporters Jacob Irvin and Michael Day sat down with one club at NWOSU to see how they are doing. Here they are with the latest.
As the spring semester comes to an end, there's still many activities for Northwestern students. We caught up with one club called OIL to find out what they had coming up this semester.
My name is Savannah Francis. I am a junior here at Northwestern. I study political science with a minor in history. I am co-chair of recruitment with OIL.
My name is Braden Cook, and I am the vice chair of the Oklahoma Intercollegiate Legislature delegation here at Northwestern.
The two spoke about how COVID-19 has affected OIL.
Typically, session is at the Oklahoma State Capitol, but because of the circumstances, COVID-19 and everything, it was online onto Zoom. So the whole delegation had to Zoom session.
They also emphasized how important OIL was to students.
The importance of OIL is to teach college students about how the internal workings of the state government proceed. It teaches them how legislation is passed.
It's a good hands-on experience for students, especially those who want to go into government or have an interest in government.
While COVID-19 may prevent OIL from attending session in person at the Capitol, they are still having it via Zoom and are very confident about how it will go.
have session next week. It's going to be the 14th through the 18th over Zoom in the morning and the evening, just different times periodically. And yeah, that's the main thing that's going to be going on.
Well, Ranger Nation, it looks like Northwestern OIL is preparing for another spectacular session. Make sure to stay tuned for the latest on what's happening on campus. This has been Jake for NWTV 7.
Northwestern baseball went on the road to Bethany for a doubleheader against Southern Nazarene University on Friday. The Rangers swept the two-game series against SNU, beating them 17-1 in the first game and 10-6 in the second game. This makes the second consecutive conference sweep for the Ranger baseball team, putting on an 8-game winning streak. NWOSU baseball is now 14-8 on the season and 12-6 in the conference. Their next game is April 6th at 3 p.m. against the Northeast State University Riverhawks. Way to go, Rangers. Keep playing hard. The Ranger football team and the Student Government Association held a successful event called the Ranger Games this past week. This is a fun event that we hope to see again in the future. The Oklahoma Intercollegiate Legislation is managing the ongoing pandemic well despite challenges, and we were able to take a look at how the Ranger baseball team is faring this season. Thank you for tuning in today, Ranger Nation. Make sure to check back in with us next week for more NWTV 7. Stay safe and stay healthy, Rangers.